Week 3, we've done it. We've made a third week of making videos. I'm quite proud of myself for doing that, but mainly it's a thank you to get the ball rolling with this video, is to say thank you. I'll talk about what this video is going to be about after this message, and so stick around. If you haven't subscribed yet, go on, subscribe it. Turn that red button grey, I think is the saying. That makes me sound so old. But thank you again if you haven't, if you've watched the videos, if you've liked the videos, if you've subscribed, if you've got involved with the comments, especially with my words, my choice words, for picking to make sure you've watched the videos rather. So thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed, who keep coming back and comment, so thank you. So in this video, I'm going to talk about two things. And the first off is how certain things in running, for me, I've noticed, and I'll talk about the other thing later on. But what I've noticed is this week's been great in terms of running, for me personally. How's yours been, if you've been out for the week? Put it in the comment section below, I want to know. For me, Monday, I haven't done a lot of running this week. I ran on Monday, and I'm going to try run tonight, which it's a Friday night. Before, the weather was absolutely chucking it down, and I thought this was going to be this for the night. I put a video here. I just didn't want to, I had to go to the shops to get some shopping in. I just didn't want to go out in this. Like, I don't mind running in heavy rain, but when it's blowing a gale, I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. They say it's character building, I disagree. But yeah, I'm going to try and get out tonight to get 2 runs under my belt before a busy weekend. But back to Monday, I'll pop the session up here for what happened with Running Sleep. It was a brilliant session. To do hills and feel strong, that's what I want to talk about really quickly, and what the main output of this video would be is just how strong you start to feel after so many sessions after running. Now, I know I've only done 2 weeks, kind of, but I've already felt a big difference. The session that I put up earlier was quite a hilly session. How many times am I going to say session? And it was tough. It was around Marine Park. And it was like, it consisted of 3, 2, 1 loops, and those 2 quite steep hills to take on. Now normally, I'm quite crap with hills, so I tend to run relatively, or I used to run relatively easy up a hill and then just use the straights as a recovery. But I thought I'd try and change it up and actually give it some welly. So the first 3 loops, I kind of just attacked the hills and recovered on the straights just to break myself into the session a little bit. And then when it came to 2 and 1 loops, I just threw myself into it. And I really enjoyed it, and I felt like I was starting to come back into some kind of form. Like, not quickness, because I'm not looking to get quick just yet, but just building the foundation of strength. Now, I want to ask you here, to break up the video, is, have you ever had that with running? Like, if something has clicked or the penny's dropped, maybe during a session or even during a race, where you thought, bloody hell, this is, yeah, I'm getting it, I'm starting to get some kind of fitness. That's what it was like for me on Monday. And I was gutted I couldn't make Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, because I just couldn't get to the sessions. But today I kind of want to make an effort to go and continue up the run with running. That doesn't make sense. What I meant by that was try and keep up with the consistency of running. But that's my week. Again, let me know how your week got on. Put it in the comment section below. Tell me what you're going to do over the weekend, or what you got planned for next week. Any races lined up so far? I want to know about it. Pop it in the comment section below. The second part of this video is change, because when I started this channel back in 2015, when I reviewed the Adidas Boston Boosts, I think it's that. They were Adidas, I know that. And that was my first real review, my first video on YouTube. And that was, again, 2015, so I was quite fresh-faced and what have you. And I've thought about this in the car last night, and I also thought about it on the run back. That maybe as I've got older and a bit wiser, and a bit more mature, maybe the channel needs to do the same. And what I mean by that is change the name. Now I know that a Runner's Ramble has been quite familiar with you. When I created it, it was just alliteration based. I love alliteration, and I kind of just feel like, I don't know, it is immature, childish. I don't know what. This is why I need to turn to you for a bit of help and guidance, because for me it does, but I'm happy to keep it if it's familiar with people and they like to look it up. But also because I mentioned change, and this is going to sound so cheesy, so I really apologise, again, this is what came into my head, as the season's changing, as the weather's changing, I figured that this would be a good time to also change. I don't know, this is why I'm kind of like just wanting to run it and leave it with you to tell me, or to, you know, agree yes or no. If you're happy with the name, or if you're not happy with the name. It's one of those funny ones. I'm happy to keep it if people enjoy looking it up, or enjoy seeing it, or enjoy just, you know, talking about it with their friends, if that's where it's got to. If not, then go throw some names at me. It's not going to be something like Michael Briggs running, or Briggsy runs, or Michael runs, because there's a lot of channels out there that have that name, and they do a lot better than what I do, I would imagine. Like 40 runs, for instance. Everyone knows 40 runs, and I feel like if I did, like, say Michael runs or Briggsy runs, it'd be a cop out and a copy, and I don't want to do that, because 40's built his channel from scratch, just like myself. But people know that name, and it's branding now. For me, it has to be something that's quite strong and not cheesy as much, but just something a bit more grounded. This is where I sound like a really old man, and I'm like, I'm only in my 30s. But it's just how I've been feeling recently with just everything changing. But let me know in the comments, are you happy with the name? Or if you're not, tell me. If you've got suggestions, pop it in there as well. But that was it, really. That was the video for this week. To break down two things. One, to just sum up a week of running and how I've been feeling, to ask you how you've been doing with your running, and telling me in the comment section. But also the name change, with the cliche of the seasons changing, and feeling a bit, well, cheesy. So tell me what everything I've asked there. Pop in the comment section below. Tell us about your week, your running. Tell me what you think about the name process. I'm kind of looking to now push on with this GoPro, because I kind of want to maybe not rely on this too much, about just sitting and doing a chat with you to the camera. I kind of want to get out there and run and show you what I'm doing, and also collect some good some B-roll rather. So I'm kind of hoping to get, I've got an action camera. I haven't really unpacked as much, because I'm still trying to find my feet. Yeah, there's an action camera in there, but maybe it's time to get a better one. But we'll come to that. We'll walk before we can run, in a sense. But thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you next week. Take care, enjoy your running if you've got anything planned, and see you next week.